Hey guys, so before I say anything else, I apologize for this clip and several other clips in this video that had my hair get in the way. In some parts you can just see my whole head because I had to bend over and look at the picture so I could get the details right. So yeah, that's gonna happen quite a bit. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you have seen this picture that I posted a long time ago. This video has been through a lot, so I'm just going to try to give you guys the shortest version I can. I filmed it over the summer on my mom's iPad, ran out of space, uploaded it all to Google Drive, tried to use her slow computer to edit it with this random video editing software I found. Turns out I couldn't post it without a watermark unless I paid a bunch of money for it. So I tried downloading the videos on my iPad when I got it for the school year, and couldn't figure out how to do that. So finally, I just now realized that I can transfer it over straight from Google Drive to iMovie. So I had all this footage just sitting in Google Drive. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and finally discovered that I could actually do that. So I finally decided to make this video, and I'm glad I didn't have to waste all the footage I took because it's quite a bit. And yeah, that whole situation was just so frustrating because I spent forever editing the video only to find that I would have to pay a bunch of money if I didn't want it to come with a watermark. So after a long wait, here is my speed drawing of Team Captain America, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So as you've probably noticed as I'm doing the outline, there are some lines underneath it, and that is because on the paper you're about to see right now, I did it on the wrong side of the marker paper, and the markers did not show up very well on it. So I took another piece of marker paper, made sure I had it on the right side, and then tried to trace over what I had previously drawn. And so it took some more time, definitely, but the lines came out cleaner that way, and obviously now the markers can actually work on the paper. So it was a bit frustrating, but it ended up working pretty well. This drawing has probably been one of the longest drawings I've ever worked on. One of them, not the longest, but definitely one of them. I worked on it a lot, and it took about a month from start to finish. And so, that's because I was really focused on all the details, and I really wanted to make it as realistic as possible. And as you can see, I used COPIC markers, but I also have a pack of blue Spectrum Norm markers, so I used that as well a lot in his uniform, because it's more of a teal color, not just sky blue or like a royal blue color. It has a greenish tint to it, and that's what the Spectrum Norm markers look like. So I used those a lot to help me with his suit specifically. Because he is the center point of the piece, and he was the first person I colored on this, I can definitely say I spent the longest time on Captain America and making sure all the details were how I saw them in the picture. I did, of course, try to make everything else realistic, but I don't know, I just think I spent more of an effort on making him look exactly like the picture than I did other people, because I was super enthusiastic about starting. And you always come into a picture starting with a ton of energy, and you're thinking, I'm going to make this perfect. And so yeah, he's my favorite one, although I did like how all the other people turned out as well. And on to the shield. I was very happy with the shield. I can easily say it's one of my favorite parts of the picture. I used the color theory to figure out how to make the shadows on the red. Green is opposite of red, and so green plus red is what made the shadow. And then, of course, I added my white pen before I colored in the shield so that it left little hints of highlights. And then for the stronger highlights, I just used the white pen back over everything that was colored. Speaking of the white gel pen, it was my best friend in this picture, and it's just, I use it in so many things, honestly. All my drawings, it's super helpful for covering up mistakes, adding highlights. I know I say this in so many of my videos, but guys, get yourself a white gel pen. They are miracles. So, done with Captain America and on to Bucky. Now, you didn't really see this happen a lot while I was doing Captain America, but I know you will see it with Bucky and the rest of the picture. Since the picture took so long to complete, I had to do it in several different places because I did this over the summer and we were going on vacation, visiting family, and stuff like that. So there is definitely a change in setting, like right now, and therefore a change in lighting. So some of the lighting in these places is okay. Like this lighting right here is actually pretty good. But then in other shots, it's pretty bad. So couldn't really be helped because I wanted to try to get the picture done before school started, because once school started, I knew I would not have time to finish it. So I apologize in advance for the bad lighting in other parts of this video. So I know I said earlier in this video that Captain America was my favorite with how he came out, but looking at Bucky now, it's really hard to choose because, I don't know, I just really like how the coloring came out for both of them, to be honest. And I mean, looking back, I really just liked each of the characters and how the coloring came out for them. Especially the three in front. So I guess I can't really say I have a favorite. Captain America just stands out because he is in front, and I mean, he's Captain America, so, you know. So again, I apologize, this is some of the crappiest lighting I had, but on to Clint. So he's a bit different from the others because he has little Ant-Man perched on his shoulder, and Ant-Man was definitely the easiest one to color because, for obvious reasons. So I did Clint before I did Ant-Man, and, oh, just kidding, I actually did Ant-Man a little bit. I did them both at the same time. But anyways, there was a lot of purple on Clint, and I thought it was nice that it had this kind of gradient from Captain America to Clint to Scarlet Witch, because the Scarlet Witch is obviously scarlet, red, and Captain America is blue, and Clint is purple, so he's the in-between color, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't even mean for that to happen, but it did, so yeah. But I guess I don't actually remember him being that purple in the movie. It's just the picture I found that I used. It was the best quality picture I could find, and I do kind of like the way they have his outfit look more purple in the picture. So I guess you could say I took a little bit of creative freedom with that, since it wasn't exactly that way in the movie. So as you can see, the next person in order is the Scarlet Witch, and she and Falcon were some of the harder ones to color because they were smaller than the others, and so it took a lot more precision in coloring because the details were smaller, and also the pictures that I found for them weren't as good as the ones for the first 3 people I did. I don't remember if I used multiple pictures for Scarlet Witch, but I do know I used at least 2 for Falcon because I couldn't find one that had him in the exact position I wanted him to be in for this picture. One of the harder parts to show on this picture was Scarlet Witch's little glowy hand things. Sorry guys, I'm brain dead tonight, so I can't really think of words very easily. But it was kind of hard to put that on the paper, and I still wasn't completely satisfied with it, but I did the best I could, and I used white gel pen again to make it look a little bit better and a little bit more glowy. So, yeah, and I did want to show those on the page just to give it a little bit more, make it a little bit more interesting, but it was hard to draw them. So I just put in the bowstring on Clint's bow, and I wanted to wait until I was done coloring him and the Scarlet Witch so that I could just draw a nice little white line across the bow to make it look like the string. And let me just say, it was super satisfying to be able to do that. So on to the last person, Falcon. He was also kind of hard to draw because his little armor suit has a lot of different lines and patterns, and it was definitely a lot of details. And of course, like I said with Scarlet Witch, he was a bit smaller than the others, so it was a little bit harder to color his suit. After adding some tiny shadows underneath each of them, I am now done with the picture, and here is a little up-close look at the details. This picture had a lot of work put into it. It took a lot of time and patience, but I knew that I would appreciate all that hard work at the end, and I did, and I was very happy with the outcome, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching this, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did like the video, and also subscribe for more. Don't be afraid to comment below any suggestions for future videos or thoughts on this video, and I will be sure to read all of them and respond to as many as possible. I will see you guys back here next week with another video, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye!